Okay, let's go ahead and change your front slider. So we're going to go down to Layer Slider WordPress, click on all sliders. And it's asking me to leave the page without making changes, which is what I want to do. Okay, you've got 4 sliders right here. This is the one currently being used on your home page. So you're going to click on that. And you're only going to, you can do a lot with this, but we're just going to keep this simple. Okay, this is your home page. This is the first slide. You've currently got 13 slides to make up this slider. Okay, if you want to delete any one of these, of course, you just hit the red button. If you want to reorder them, if you want to move this one, so there's your first slider. If you want to put the second slide in first, you just click and drag it. Now it's first, let's put it back. And if you want to add a new slide, now what I like to do is just click on the last one and just click on duplicate this slide. Now as you can see, you got an exact copy of the same slide, but you're going to swap out the image. So we're going to work on slide number 14. You just scroll down, and again, you just have this image here. So you're going to delete it, and you're going to click to set a new one, and again, you're going to go back to Media Library. And let's go ahead and take a look at some of these. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at the one that we currently just deleted right here. Oh, that's the thumb. Okay, again, look at the size right here. Okay, now this is going to be a little bit different. All your slides must be 800 pixels high. They can be any width you want, but they need to be 800 pixels high. Actually, I take that back. What I did is I put each one of these on a white background and made it 1280 pixels wide. So they need to be 1280 pixels wide by 800 high, otherwise they're going to throw off the whole movement of the slider. So again, using your image editing program, if you have Photoshop, just make a file that's 1280 wide by 800 high. Go ahead and put your image in there with the white background and save it. And take a look at the file size. We're right around 100 kilobytes. I would keep them around 100 kilobytes. So again, you either pick one that's currently here or you go and upload a new file. Then hit insert, and it'll put it in here, and you're going to click on Save Changes, and then that's it. Again, just like the other ones, you always have to click Save Changes to save the file. I'm going to go ahead and delete this. But once you hit Save Changes, it will make it live. Okay, so let's take a look at the home page. Again, we're going to go back to Pages. We're going to click on All Pages. And we're going to go to Home. Home Front Page. There's a couple different ones there. Don't worry about that, but Home Front Page, that's your current home page. Let's click on that. Okay, if at any time one of these comes up looking like this, okay, this is Visual Composer. All the pages are made with Visual Composer. You want to click on Backend Editor to get it back to these columns. Okay, your home page is a little bit more complicated. Up top, we got the layer slider. You're not going to concern yourself with that. You've got text boxes down here. Again, you hover over with the green pencil, and you can say there's your tagline at the bottom if you want to change that. It works the same way as the other ones. Okay, now here's your thumbnails. These are going to get kind of tricky. These were very difficult. There's a lot of coding that went into these to get these to work. So if you need something changed, you might want to come back to me for this. But let's just take a look at one of these. If you hover over, these are done a little bit differently. If you go to your text, the image is actually in there. And the image is in there as a link. Okay, that's the image. This is the text, stock photos. Now, if you just want to change the text that's showing at the bottom, you can probably do that pretty safely. So you would just highlight over this and then change it if you wanted to change it to stock photography, for instance. But keep in mind, this section in here, these buttons are very delicate, meaning that if this word is too big or too small, it's going to throw off everything. So there was a lot of code that I had to write to get these buttons to look good on all the mobile devices. So be careful when you change something in here. You might want to contact me, or if you do decide to take a chance and change it, you need to check it on your phone, on your tablet, and on a desktop to make sure it looks good. Okay, so let's get out of that. And let's take a quick look at something. Let's go back. I don't advise you do this, but I'm going to show you just in case you want to. Okay. Again, this picture, it's actually pulling up the link, and that is image responsive source. And here you have from HTTP all the way to the end of JPEG. That's just a link to the image. Okay. Where does that come from? You would go to Media and Library. So this is actually the fourth place that I'm showing you now. I said Pages, Appearance Menus, and the Layer Slider, where you can go to Media and Media Library, and that's going to directly take you to where all your pictures are at. So that's probably important for you. Okay. Now if you take a look at this one, I believe it is, I can click on it and I can see the size. Okay, so that's the thumbnail. So if you want to swap out a thumbnail, you need to make the thumbnail exactly 231 pixels wide by 160 high. Then what you do is you upload it. You would go to Add New. And you would go to Select Files. You would upload your file. That's 231 by 60 pixels high. 160 high. So I'm not going to do that. But let's say that you've uploaded it. Once you uploaded it, it'll take you right back to the Media Library. So I'm just going to manually go and click on Media Library. And let's pretend that that's the one you just uploaded. So I clicked on that thumbnail. And here is where you get the link, right here. That's the current link. See, Slider Pets JPEG. That's the current link that we just saw on the home page. So you're going to copy this and get out of here. You're going to go back to Pages, All Pages. You're going to go back to your home page. You're going to go ahead and hover over the thumbnail with your green pencil. Go over to text, and you would just highlight here from HTTP to JPEG in between these quotes. It must stay in between these quotes. If one of these quotes are missing, it's not going to work. And then you would just highlight and then paste your new image link in. I'm not going to do that because I haven't changed anything. But it's really, that's how you do it. It's pretty simple, but it can get tricky. So if you want to change these yourself, go ahead. If you have trouble, feel free to give me a call. You might want to consider having me swap these out in the future for you. And again, you do have revisions on this page. So if you make a mistake, you can just go back however far you want and restore it. Okay, that's it for your website. If you have any questions, feel free to give me a call, and good luck to you, Ivey.